Well, I guess we're live. Forgot that we were going live, and I'm just sitting here looking at the
Looking at his
phone.
phone.
Hold on a minute. I'm just trying to connect here.
We need to share.
Yeah. So, how you guys doing? I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fighter War, along with well, hold on, Groot, and
Can you see? Oh yeah.
we got
And Rocket.
representing Detroit and the Lions.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
And happy birthday to my son,
Happy birthday.
Michael, my baby.
Um, okay, hold on, folks. There we go. Okay, hey,
Uh-oh,
here
look
we
who's
go.
there.
Hold on one second here while I send this out now. Hope you guys had a good day. It was a beautiful day here in Detroit. Just
All
send this.
except the
Okay.
baseball game.
Yes, I don't know what's going on here, folks. My Tigers here. I think they're
Woo.
just being nice
Who are
to
they
my
playing?
brother
My
Coach.
Oh,
So yeah, so they're being nice to Coach. But anyways, we're just going live like we usually do, just shoot the shit, have some fun before we get things rolling with all of our guests telling their stories. OG is getting all that lined up right now.
yep.
So while we're doing that, as you guys saw in the past, and what we're going to keep doing is every now and then we're just going to have people pop on and do a little
Just
chit chatting,
Talk to us.
and we're going to do that right now. So as you guys saw last time we were in New York and Connecticut, we had my brother Bill Staxx
Yay,
from Chattin with
Bill
Staxx.
Staxx.
And what happens when me and Bill get together? You guys saw
Pandemonium.
what happens when we get together. We wind up in fucking jail. Is what happens. So that being
And I
said,
didn't bring bail money.
yeah, we're gonna pop OG out, and here comes the man, the myth, the legend,
What's up,
Bill
man?
Staxx. How
How
are
you
brother?
doing?
I'm
I'm
good,
doing great.
man. I was just telling everybody how you never know what's going to happen when you get me and Staxx together. There's my man Groot, and what happens is, you know what is so funny is that those clips that you posted with what we did. I didn't know, obviously you edited it with the sound, the stuff in the back that's made it sound very legit.
Yeah.
I had people going, "What the hell did you guys do?" They thought that we were in jail. So
You never
Did
know.
you? I sent you the full part one, right?
just the clips, a small,
No,
just
I got
yeah,
the whole part one's done. It's ready to go. So I'll
yeah,
send it to you
Oh,
after
yeah.
this. I'll
definitely.
send it
But
to you and you can post it or whatever.
oh, without a doubt, because people, were just sending shit, and I didn't see a couple of posts, and then other people saw what was posted. They're like, "What happened? What'd you guys do?" I'm like, "What?" And they were serious. They're like, "You and Staxx go to jail?" I was like, "Well, yeah, I'm kidding around." They're like,
Yeah.
"For what?" So yeah, but then when I watched just the clips that you sent of the background, the music and all that, or that the sound effects, but it was when you had the mirror,
Yeah.
started out. That was perfect, man.
I
But
need the
anyway,
toilet paper.
I need my toilet paper.
And then it cuts off at the Snickers part. Remember when you're like,
On the pillow.
yeah. I go, don't eat the Snickers. Boom, and it cuts off.
But so how's things going? How's things with you? I know you and Lindsay are busy all the time.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm doing great, man.
Well,
Things
you're
are
all-
good. I got major things in the works right now. I'm taking meetings and there's a lot I can't talk about. I wish I could, but
Anytime.
someday when the time's
yeah,
right.
I'll be able to talk about it someday,
That's right.
eventually. But
Oh yeah,
I got some great guests coming on. I got a ex member of the Red Rum Motorcycle Club and a whole bunch of guests.
Oh man, I tell you, you got
That's nice.
huh?
That's great.
Oh yeah. I mean, every time I look, because people will see your show and all the different people that you have on in the different clubs, and some of them who aren't into that lifestyle, the biker lifestyle, they'll hear some of these stories, and then my phone starts ringing because they're like, "Man, do you know that guy? Do you know this guy? Did you know this club?" And I'm like, Yeah, man. Some of these guys were there when I was there. I mean, obviously, I didn't. I rode with the Highwaymen, and in Detroit, and yeah, man, it's a whole nother world. And for you to do what you do, dive in. I mean, people don't realize the trust that one percenters have to have in a person to come on a show and divulge information. And so that says a lot about you as a host, where they've got that trust in you to come on. So, man, congratulations on that.
And I'm not a 1%er. I wasn't in a motorcycle club.
That's what's, you know what? That might be, something that's so smooth about it is because you're not biased one way or another.
No.
But yeah, that's because a lot of people say, "Who do you ride with?" I'm like, he didn't. He was a felon. He's a felon, man. He went to jail. He knew some of these guys.
I was a gang member. Like I wasn't trying to be a motorcycle guy. I wasn't trying to be around bikers. There's periods of time in my life where I was around these types of people, but I never, tried to achieve that. I never crossed my mind. Still don't. Like, I don't want to be a biker. I don't want to pretend to be in a club. I don't want to be in a club. Never have been, never will. I do ride bikes, but it's just not something that, I'm just interested in the lifestyle. My father was a biker, and it's very interesting, that world, to me. Being a former gang member, I could see the similarities in both lives, but I know that motorcycle clubs aren't gangs. They're a motorcycle club, but the media wants to portray it like it's a criminal organization. But if certain people get in trouble, it has nothing to do with the rest of the club.
Exactly. And I tell you, Bill, man, for me, my story, it, we've talked, and everyone knows mine, going from a Detroit police officer to the Detroit Highwayman, literally going from a lawman to an outlaw,
which and that's unheard of.
Unheard of. You get killed. I mean, there are guys who have been killed. And I had a situation where I almost got taken out because someone lied about me. And yeah, man, and you're right too, because when a lot of times people say you're in the motorcycle gang, and then when you correct them, they're like, same thing. And no, we're it's a club, it's an MC. And then with the feds, though, I'm sure you've heard a lot about when Rico comes knocking. I mean, it doesn't matter, if they can get a Rico to stand and on a club, boy. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's you, if it's your club brother. I mean, if you're wearing support gear, I mean, they go after everybody with Rico. So yeah, that's it's some intense shit.
You heard about the shooting that happened up there in Detroit, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. 90 shots. The security guard was shot in front of a motorcycle club. I believe it was the something Hogs, right?
Well, they had a couple of different things going on. I don't have all the info, so like I said, I didn't want to
see if I can look it up.
Jump into this stuff.
Security guard was shot. I forget.
How long ago? When?
This happened yesterday or the day before.
Because I didn't have all that with this. My schedule's been crazy, and like you, man, there's some things that I kind of keep quiet on until I get all the info. But it's insane, brother, and with like I said, it just says a lot, about a person that's doing what we do, hosting shows. But when you are reaching out, I mean, and the people that don't know the 1% lifestyle, who you have on, it's not just your, it starts out as a hang around, and then, then a probie. And then you come on, you become a patch member, then you're in the club and all that. You're not talking with just hang-arounds or probies. You're talking with fucking your president,
sometimes active, national president of the Thunder Guards have been on my show, like people who are actively in the life.
Oh well, Pee Wee. I mean,
Pee Wee's former though. He was
former.
He was a president in Vegas. He was a pretty well-known character in the Hell's Angels circles. A lot of people know who he is.
Well, I mean, physically you can't miss the dude. I mean, he was like 7 feet tall. But no, but
Barely fat. He barely fit in my car when I picked him up, man.
well, it's
He's
insane.
all like crunched in the car.
Yeah, and that's what I mean about you though, man. That's why I give you so much credit because the 1%, the lifestyle is very protected, and to go out and to talk to certain people, man, you have to have a lot of trust in who you talk to if you're not a club brother or in a club that you are, friendly with. So for you not to be in anything, either like you mentioned, except for your past. Like I said, Bill, it just says a lot about that you because before they said yes, they did research on you and find out the ins outs and everything else. So again, man,
100%.
just great job, man. Because
Thank you.
I don't, for people to realize who you have on and the stroke that it takes to get these people on, that's impressive, man. And that's why, when we talked about some of the things going on that, we can't talk about right now, I was just like, well, of course. I mean, it's happening. So it's just all in line for you, man. You've worked your ass off for this. You and Lindsay, I mean, you guys are hard workers, brother.
Every day I work every day at this. And, this is my whole life.
Yeah, you're 24/7 doing this stuff, man. And
Whole life.
with like we were talking with me, it's just so damn hard because I'm not near the point to being able to do this as a full-time income doing this, which is
Yet.
the long run.
Yet.
That's where the goal is. But for now, man, I mean, I'm busting my ass at, working at Harley, working at Wolverine full time. So doing that full time, and even though I'm not doing this full time, I am doing it full time because even when I'm not on, I'm reaching out, meetings and traveling, and it's just well, hell, I don't gotta tell you, you do it full time and all the stuff that you got going on.
Are you ever gonna go full time with it?
That's my
Goal.
dream. That's to do it. And I know we chit chat a little bit about stuff in the past when I was up there when we were talking. And we're not sure, we're still working with Matt right now to see when we're coming back because we got to go. I'll let you know ahead of time when we're coming so we can get you and Lindsay back again so we can do some more clips. And
shout out to Matt.
Yes.
Shout out to Matt.
Yeah, that was so cool, man. Matt and of course Ian Bick for really helping out with everything. I tell you what, that was fun, man. You know what? It worked. It was so cool. We had no idea what we were going to do. I mean, I literally called Bill.
I know we just kind of ran with it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I literally called. I said, Bill, I'm going to be in New York. We're coming in on this day, on Wednesday. You want to do some videos? Yeah, let's do it. And that's all that was said. I said, okay, this day, this time. And next thing you know, you guys show up, walked upstairs, threw on the gear, and away we went.
and I know. And it's kind of like a story we're telling, not to spoil the big drama parts, but it gets pretty interesting after the first part and we go into these different stories.
Yes.
Some on my part when I was in prison, and then you start telling some stories. We go back and forth. It's kind of like we're both sitting in prison telling stories.
And you know what? We didn't plan any of it. That's what's so cool about it. At first, it was going to be just kind of joking, fun little skits, kind of just pulling shit out of our ass, and which we did at first. But then that end was it got very deep, very serious, very quick, and we both knew it, but we didn't say shit. We just let it roll, and because when we were just sitting there swapping stories at the end, it was very quiet, back and forth. And man, I tell you what, afterwards, I mean, I know I felt it because when I looked at you, it was like, damn, that was, I mean, we definitely got a hit on
like
that.
An hour and a half too, right?
Yeah. And what sucked though is what happened when you first got there. Remember, The only thing that went wrong that day was that
Oh
fucking
yeah, the
camera.
camera.
The camera.
Camera. I mean,
Yeah.
things like that happen, you know. You get
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm working
Yeah.
on getting a new camera, some a real good. I mean, I have a really good cinema camera, but I'm working on getting some new ones.
Oh man, I will tell you that that little GoPro you got worked really good, man.
One of
Just
them you really can't see through the bars though, you know what I'm saying? It's like
yes.
I
I'd
should have
say,
took it outside the bars and brung it in so it could see us more.
yeah. Well, hey, we didn't know what to expect, but it worked out good. And just a couple of the shots at the end. The one, uh, like I said, not knowing what you're going to do with the mirror through the bars, you know, Theo, need more toilet paper. But it was just so damn funny. The people hitting me up. What'd you guys do?
They
What
really thought you were in jail?
a couple, because some of them saw it and then they heard the background stuff that you put in, and they thought that we were sitting there because they just heard a little bit of the chatter back and forth with us. And then, like I said, what you edited in sounded so legit
It
that,
is. It's real prison background noise.
yeah. So, I mean, and when I saw it, I was like, no, and they're like, well, where were you and this and that? And then when I replayed it again, because I saw it obviously before that. But that was, yeah. So definitely you got to send after this, send the whole thing, man, and we'll put
And
that
I
up all over.
can't share it in here, huh? Is there a way for me to share it in here?
You know what?
He's
We
not
did
the
it
IT
one
guy.
time. Yeah, and unfortunately,
I'm never a guest. I'm always the guy
you're
running
always
the
on
show.
host. See, that's like with this, I always count on. Hey, there's Leroy Ebron's in the house.
Shout out to Leroy.
Leroy with Leroy Ebron's house. Him and Carol and everybody had a great time with them. Last time we were there, Leroy was up in the jail with us the night before. We did a few clips together. We're going to do some more, but man, that was fun.
He's a funny guy, man. Ebron.
Oh, I tell you, Leroy is a character, man. I mean, he is. We did that that night when the day before me and you did that. Me and Leroy and Matt did some stuff upstairs. And then that following Saturday is when we had that event with Coach and in New Milford, the Brian Cody Brothers and Sisters Foundation. We did that. And then later that night, we went to that VIP bash with Ian Bick to do his premiere with Mr. Beast. And Leroy, there was a bunch of people there, man. I got to see him and AJ Galante and a lot of the other people that I had on the show. So it was cool, man.
So the Ghost was there, right?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to talk. We were gone already, but a lot of people. I tell you, man, so much is happening so fast just in a short time, man. It's only been July 4th was a year that I first met Ian and was on his show. So from a year ago, July 4th till now, all of this has just exploded. I mean, you included.
Yeah.
I mean, as well. I mean, here were the chances that, because we start talking and everyone, I mean, we go out to Connecticut. You're there. AJ's there. In Connecticut, Coach is there. So things are just meant to be, brother.
Yeah, hit me up whenever you come back, man. I'm always down to meet up with you guys and have some fun.
We're waiting to hear from Matt because we should be coming back out in October sometime.
We'll go back to prison, man.
We go back to it was funny too, man, is the night before when we were doing the stuff with Matt and Kyrique and Dylan and Leroy, is that Matt was on the top bunk in one of the scenes, and I was dicking around, man. I was gonna jump up there, and there ain't no way. And that's why when you jumped up there,
I'm too old for this shit, man. I got that video too. I got that part. Maybe I'll put that out there. You laugh your ass off.
That was so funny, man. We're trying to work this out, and all of a sudden there goes Bill. He goes, "I get up here, man. I'll jump down." I'm like, as soon as you said that, I'm like, sounds good to me. I'm not. And next thing you know, you make that leap, and what it reminded me, I don't know if you saw, because it was my Detroit Lions. we scored a touchdown, and St. Brown jumped into the stands with the fans. He looked like he floated into the seats. Here comes Jared Goff. He jumps up, man. He looked like a white boy dancing. I mean, just trying to get over. They're trying to push his ass up. That's remind man when you were trying to climb up that thing, but you got up there.
Hey, when you're in prison, you have to go up on the top bunk. There's no ladder sometimes. And some people are out of shape. They can't really function. You got to crawl your ass up on the top bunk. That's why I dread prison. I'll never go back there. That's just not my life anymore. And I try to steer people in the right direction because prison is just no place to be. You've never done prison time, right?
No, I mean, I haven't done time. I mean, I've been locked up for a couple days, but not.
Tell them about the one time when you were a police officer.
Oh, I got locked up, man. And
I love this story.
Yeah, here I go to Macomb County, and I used to have to take prisoners there, work in Detroit, and pick prisoners up from there to take to Wayne County. And one night, man, had way too many. Sure as shit, I get pulled over. And state trooper, I show him my shit and everything. He still takes me in. So I go into lockup, man, and here these guys, they're like, Vitali, what the fuck? I'm hammered. I'm just like, this son of a bitch, and I'm a little unruly. So all of a sudden I'm looking around, man, and there's people that, I took there. And it's just like
earlier in the day,
fucking rookies, you lightweights, you can't handle your shit. But no time like you had. In fact, with you, we were talking when you were a guest on the show about prison time, man. How your first time when you did some serious time, how old were you?
13 years old.
That's what I thought, man. So you figured 13, wow. Man. And then what was the longest stint you did?
2 years.
2 years, straight. But it was.
But I had life on the installment plan. 2 years, 18 months, 9 months, a year, 30 days, 9 months, 8 months. It was like constant going in and out of prison for a long time.
Yeah, because I remember you saying it was early. I thought it was like 13, 14, man. So that's young, man. But
13.
That was your life growing up, man. Because I remember some of the stories. And what was that dude's name?
And going to prison for 1 day is too long. 1 day with your freedom stripped from you, it's just way too long.
See, and that's why hearing the stories from you and other people who've done it are so meaningful to people, man. Because then you get some people that I've had on, they'll talk about prison. They're like, "Yeah, it wasn't bad." It was like, you know what? Okay. You want to talk shit,
toughest guy on the block, right?
Exactly. It's like, okay.
Listen, I didn't win them all. Definitely didn't win them all. I lost more than I won.
That's it, man. And I
fought every time. You got to fight every time, no matter what. Win or lose, draw. Win, lose, or draw, you got to throw down,
And that's it. Because if you don't, I mean, you just, you basically hung yourself, man. You get stepped on one time, you let someone walk over you one time, and that's it. You're marked.
Floodgates open, and they'll do whatever they want. They'll take your stuff. They basically own you.
Yeah,
I've seen it happen to people. I've seen it happen. People don't fight back, and they're just like, and they're
I mean, they think that well, I'm just gonna do my time. I'm not gonna cause any shit. By doing that, like you just said, you open the floodgates, man. And just like even with the club, man, I knew a lot of people before the club that they ran with this reputation. It was nothing but bullshit. That I hear these people go, "Oh, you know that dude?" I go, and I did know him. And they're like, "Yeah, that's a crazy fucker, man. He fought this dude, he fought this guy, and he did this." And I was at some of this shit, and it was all bullshit. But the guy was a big dude, intimidating as hell. But just like my old man said, he goes, "Don't ever live your life on reputation, because one day you'll have to back it up."
100%.
And that's just like, it reminded me of what you just said, because that was just like me, man. Is the shit that I did with the fights and all that is I never backed down. And, did I win them all? Hell no. But the person knew, if they knew me, they knew that they were going to be in a fight. And win, like you said, win, lose, or draw. And, that's why shit, you saw it firsthand, Bill. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't protect yourself. No one's in there going to do it for you. What
And
was that dude's name
no
that you
guns
gave a
in
shout out?
jail.
No,
There's no guns in jail, man.
who was that you gave a shout out to? Remember that big dude that was in there?
Pookie.
Pookie.
Yeah,
Pookie.
Pookie.
I remember Pookie, man. You're like, yeah, man, you guys were chit-chatting and
I got too
something.
comfortable. I got comfortable in prison. That's what happened. I started to get comfortable.
You want to tell that story?
Yeah, I was working in the kitchen. I started to get comfortable in prison. I've been there for like 18 months. And this dude, Pookie, that was working with me in the scullery port, right? You work your way up. You start working in the scullery, then you work on the line, and you just work your way up until you're like a cook or in the kitchen. So I start working in there. I'm working with Pookie. And one day I'm walking to go to work, and I look over and I see two men doing something in the cell, right? And I come down to the kitchen and I'm like, Pookie, man, what the hell? I just seen these two dudes in the cell doing this. I'm like, that would never happen to me. I don't care. They would have to, my dead body, right? And he goes, what did you say? I said, that would never happen to me. And this dude just like snapped his fingers, and these dudes just came out from all over, grabbed me in the kitchen. They just grabbed my arms, my leg. I couldn't move. I was trying to like move. I couldn't move. And Pookie walks up to me and goes, you still think it can't happen? And I'm just like, I'm like, yeah.
I remember that, man.
Like, I don't want it to happen.
He snapped me back to reality. Like, listen, don't get too comfortable. Because, I mean, you think you're all comfortable and everything's good, and it's not.
Exactly, man. Because I remember when we were talking and you were kind of, giving that breakdown of how, once you're there for a while, you kind of get in this little pattern, and it, like you said, got too comfortable. And when you said, yeah, Pookie, he just, boom, and, brought you back to reality real quick.
Quick education. Donald Blow said he was in federal prison for 2 years.
Who was
Donald Blow?
Donald Blow, 2 years. And I tell you, and well, Donald, you got stories too, man. We'll get you back on here. Of course, Leroy, he retired from Rikers as a CEO, man. So the stories with Leroy, we're going to be doing more with him. We got the Shenanigators are in here. We got Amber and my nephew, Bo. Who else we got?
Bo, Amber, you were never in prison.
Amber, Jacqueline. Is Jacqueline here?
No, not yet.
Oh, but it's great to have you guys. And like I said, wanted to surprise you guys with Bill Staxx.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it.
It's just, we were going to do this last night. Well, Bill didn't know about it because
I fell asleep, man. So I put my phone on silent and I knocked out. I wake up at like 4 a.m. and I'm like, or it was like 2 something. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, man, he called me.
Well, you needed your sleep.
Oh, that's
and
all
I messaged you back. I messaged you back right then, right? At like 2 a.m.
Oh, I tell you, it was funny because
asleep,
a lot of people know, man, I go live whenever for no reason, just have a good time or just to talk about whatever's going on. But it's just with my schedule now, it's so freaking insane that it's hard to set an exact time like I was doing. But we're starting to do that with our guests again on Mondays to do their stories, just like, we do what you do. But for me to be able to do what I was doing, that's why, I was doing that with Thomas Vestergaard, doing My Brother's Keeper. But because of my hours, I mean, there's not enough hours in a day now between doing Wolverine, doing shows, talking to Matt and Ian in New York, and, trying to do all these different things there's just not enough hours, man. So when I can go live, it's last second. So I was like, hey, Bill.
That's the major reason why I do pre-recorded interviews is because of the scheduling.
Yeah.
And people flake out on you, and then you got to cover for. It's just too much of a hassle. I'd rather get the interviews done, bank them up, and then release them as I can.
Yeah, see, that's just the thing, and just like when I was talking to you earlier, here we are, flying out from Detroit, everything's set, and then all of a sudden we get a phone call from someone, oh yeah, I gotta work or something came
Yeah.
up. We just flew in from Detroit and spent all this money, and it's but you know what? It is what it is, for everything that happens.
Leroy says, Bill, imagine 22 years in there. Yeah, but you got paid to be there. I didn't.
Yeah, he had a badge.
Yeah,
made a
Leroy,
difference.
you got paid every day, man.
I got paid like $2.30 a week or something like that. That's how much they pay you there.
Oh man,
And you have to work. You have to work. You have to have a job. If you get fired from your job, you go to SAG. You get a ticket. Just a bunch of bullshit there.
Just like you said, man, when we were chit-chatting, when we did those skits, and it was cool, man, how that switched to very serious very quick. How, hopefully someone's going to hear this, because this is where you don't want to be. And that was cool because we're literally behind bars talking, through the bars. And it was just like, it was really, it was really perfect the way it was. But now we know, and the next ones are going to be that much better.
Hell yeah. And Ebron, I'm trying to interview you, so hit me up, man.
You gonna get Leroy?
Yeah, I want to get Leroy on the show.
All right, man. Let's make it happen, Leroy. You got
he's got 22 years of story.
Hit up Bill. I mean,
Donald, what's up? Thanks for
Donald. Watching. Amber is one of the shenanigators. Her and Jacqueline.
What's up?
Amber is awesome, man. I'm still waiting. She sent me some presents. I've been very lucky with a lot of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Do you know who this is?
Hey, what's up?
Wait a minute.
Lindsay.
Oh, is she on? Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yep. We got Lindsay. We got Amber.
Amber, what's
Kevin.
up? How are you?
Kevin's here. And then, of course, like you just said,
Marie, what's up?
Yep, Marie. Donald Blow, our man from Maine, who came down. Let's get Amber here. Amber said, I just immediately fold. I'd be someone's bitch right away. That's why she's a shenanigator, man. Her and Jacqueline are awesome. Trisha Gibson. I tell you what, you guys got to check out my brother Bill Staxx with Chattin with Staxx. I mean, Marie Anderson, all you guys, man, check out Chattin with Staxx, Bill Staxx here, and who else we got? Whoever's going to just do it now. Oh, sent that to Leroy. But I tell you what, man, I had not only was Leroy, he was on the show, but we did a little thing with me, Leroy, and Matt. And it was kind of like this three-way conversation about, some of my stories with the police and with the club, and then some of them with, of course, with Leroy and Rikers. And yeah, it was cool.
Was he dressed as the CO too?
He was the CO, and me and Matt were the inmates. But yeah, well, another thing we could do too is find out when you guys are going to hook up. We could do. We could get you on and actually get Leroy on doing one of these. In the next few days, weeks, whatever works out for you. If you got some time, just to throw a half hour something on there, have a little fun with me, you, and Leroy.
Definitely.
So we'll do that too. But
100%.
But man, I tell you, I just appreciate your time. I don't know how much time you got. I know you're busy.
I gotta go, man. I got a bunch of stuff to do. I appreciate you though. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I tell you.
Check out Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube.
That's right.
and
That's right.
and my celly.
Yeah, former
Just call me
Sally.
a-
That's right, man. And
Hit
when
that
you
like
get
button. Share the video.
then when you get a chance, man, make sure you send me that.
I
And
will. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
what I'll
Good.
do is I'll chit chat with Leroy here too, and in case he needs your information,
Yeah,
I'll get that over for him so he has that, and you guys can hook up and get this thing rolling.
definitely. Thank you, man.
All right,
Oh
man.
yeah,
Love you, brother.
absolutely.
You
Yeah.
guys
Love
have a
you too,
great
man.
night, and I'll be talking to you soon.
Definitely. Thank you,
All
chat, for
right,
watching. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, share this video. Later, man.
That's right. That's
chatting
right.
with Staxx,
Bye.
Peace.
and there you go.
That's nice.
Chatting with Staxx, my brother
Bill's got good
Bill
energy. I like his
Staxx.
energy.
And looking at everyone through here, I wasn't able to keep up, but that's why I pay OG the big bucks.
Uh-huh.
So let's see, Lori.
And I need to answer because Tammy wants to know when her video is going to go up, and Matt hasn't told me.
Tammy, what?
He does. Tammy, she wants to know when her.
Oh, when
video-
you know what, we know when you guys know, actually, because he does all the editing and promoting, or the production. So actually at Sunday at 7:01, we know, because I'll get a notification that our show's up. So go to YouTube. That's another thing. Everyone, please shoot over to YouTube to My Fight Our War and subscribe there. It doesn't cost you a penny, and you'll be able to check out the shows. And but Tammy,
and I've been reaching out to Matt, and he has. Matt, if
Matt-
you're in the ethers, call me back. I've been texting him, and
Matt
he's
and
busy.
Ian are so freaking
Yeah.
busy right now. I just talked to Ian. It was either today or yesterday. And him and Matt have been flying all over the place.
Mhm.
They were just got back from, I
California?
think, California and somewhere else, and then back again. So I mean, just doing him and Ian stuff is just insane. And then to be, blessed to have him as our producer, and to get all the help from Ian is such a blessing, man. So yeah, we'll definitely let well, like I said, Tammy, on Sunday at 7:01, go to YouTube, go to My Fight Our War, and subscribe, and you'll get the notification, and you'll see yourself out there, because you did amazing. I tell you what, your story. I always say that when people come on, it kind of reminds me of something my uncle said when he found out that I was going in with Detroit police, and we were talking about stuff, with your calls that you get, through dispatch, and then when I worked EMS as well, you don't know which, you never know what's going to happen. You think you've seen it all until your next call comes out, and for example, we had working EMS. I mean, dispatch can only give you the information that they get. So this is literally one night. I think I was doing a 24-hour shift. We got a call, and it was Bravo 24. See the man, whatever location, man down, unconscious, unknown reason. That's all we had. We pull up.
How open is
There
that?
were people there, and we get out, and there's this person laying there. And long story short, ended up being a person with diabetes who had an issue, diabetic attack, and lost consciousness. So that's why this person was down and unresponsive. Took care of, I mean, no problem, good to go. We go back, and we get another call probably less than an hour later. Literally same information, called out to our sign, person down, unresponsive. Uh, we pull up, and the person was stabbed like 15 times. That's why they were down and unresponsive. So, I mean, so the bottom line is, you once you think you've seen it all, just wait till your next call, and you really, it's just a whole nother life. And some of the things that I've seen, I wish I never did. Believe me, I don't brag about shit. You get some people that are first responders, that like to talk about all of the stuff. And you know what? Sometimes that's their way of coping, is by talking. And hey, I'll never badmouth anyone for how they do it. But I can tell you right now, man, PTSD, for all of those who deal with it, God bless you, man. Um, it's absolutely terrible. Mine has definitely gotten better. But for a while, I mean, I would start to have panic attacks close to nighttime when it was time to go to bed, because just being terrified of having a dream, nightmare. I mean, and those of you that have it, know exactly what I mean. I mean, some of the things that hit me, I am literally back at the location. I can hear exactly what I heard that night. I can smell the same smells, hear,
Wow.
see, feel if it was raining, if it was snow. I mean, all of those sensations that you have, and all of the feelings that your sight, your hearing, and all that stuff, it comes back, and it's so intense. So, yeah, it's something that I, wouldn't wish on anybody. So, there's my nephew Bo. And what else we got going on here? Amber, it's got to be so hard. The first, Amber, I tell you what, I remember when I got into doing this, um, the way I got into ER and all of the first responder stuff was by accident, man. I was working, uh, at like 19 years old. I got this job at this place called Crown Fabricating, and I ran an assembly line at 19 years old, and it was all UAW. I mean, I was having the time of my life, man. And a couple years later, about 2 years later, it closed down and moved out of the country. And while I was off, a buddy of mine said, "Hey, listen, man, I can get you a job until you find something else at St. John Hospital. They need a transporter, just taking people from their rooms to wherever, back to their rooms." Cool. So the transporters were stationed in X-ray, excuse me, downstairs, because you would also help the portable X-rays go into ER for the portables. And you would go in to the trauma rooms. And I remember that was my first experience ever seeing stuff that first responders see, because the EMS would get them on the roads, bring them right to the trauma center. I mean, here I am, my first night, and there's a lady, got run over and just mutilated by this car, by the people that know Detroit area, Eastland Mall. And I remember seeing it, and it was very shocking to me, because it wasn't like, oh my God, like run out of the room. It wasn't throwing up sick to my stomach. It was just amazed that someone could be twisted in that many pieces and still be alive and communicating. Unfortunately, she did die. Um, but that day I knew, and I started taking courses like shortly after, became an EMT. And yeah, I mean, it was just insane. Some of the things that you see, and that's why when people say I could never do that, you don't know. Um, and sometimes you have to. Sometimes you're thrown into a position. You don't have a choice, man. If you're the only one there, you just react. Um, it's just it's a very strange feeling. And just like OG, man, she's a nurse and worked ER at a major trauma center in Detroit. In fact, I was working St. or police, and probably took people, that she
us.
saw there.
Mm.
So it's it was intense. And Amber, it was definitely a rush. I definitely love the adrenaline junkie thing going. The more intense, the better. Just again, just some of the things though that people, when I interview them, when I hear people say, "Oh, I could never," you know what? And that reminds me of my dad. Never say never, son. Yeah.
And for all the civilians out there, please take CPR classes.
Mhm.
It's very simple and
Yeah.
it does save lives. Carry some Narcan with you. And if something is bleeding, put pressure on it
You know what?
while you're calling 911.
It's literally right there, just literally saved someone's life.
Uh-huh.
I mean, compression, pressure
Uh-huh.
for bleeding.
Yep.
Someone slices their brachial, femoral, whatever artery, put pressure on, hold it. And CPR can't get any easier. Back in the day, it used to be 15 to 2,
And you had to, and
then
you're
7
doing
to, if you
the,
had
and you're
two
doing the
people,
mouth,
mouth to
now
mouth.
you don't.
Now, all you do is compressions. That's it.
Mhm.
No, there is no mouth to mouth because you're getting circulation going through your compressions, through the lungs, through the blood. Wow, look at this shit. It's all coming back.
Oh, babe.
But
that memory is kicking in.
I'm
But
telling you,
if somebody does have like a knife or a wrench stuck in them, don't pull it out. But put
a
pressure around.
wrench.
You not a wrench to the neck?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. Well, you weren't at receiving.
Well,
Okay.
trust me. I mean,
Thank you very much.
You've
For a
seen
hatchet in the head. You
Oh,
know, I
well,
mean,
yeah.
leave it
Now
there.
that everyone sees a hatchet in the head.
Oh.
But
I think we're nuts.
no, man. I mean, and she's not kidding. I
No, I'm
mean,
not.
that's where instinct would tell you someone's hurt, remove what's hurting them. You just took out the tourniquet.
Yeah.
So, no matter if there's a person
pressure.
screaming, get this fucker out of me, no, you leave that knife or that, rod,
Whatever.
leave it in. But it's real, first
Don't
aid.
take it out in the OR.
Yeah. So CPR, just like the ABCs, airway,
Yep.
breathing, circulation.
There you go.
And, with that, you don't have to be an RN. You don't have to be a paramedic or a first responder. We are all first responders.
Mhm.
If you're the first on scene, do what you can, man. Don't look around for someone else to help if someone's life's in danger. I mean, just picture that person being your mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, whatever it may be. And, you just act.
Yeah, and
You
Amber
just
said
do.
very good. Even if you don't know and you find somebody passed out, it might be from alcohol. Narcan them anyway. The Narcan's not going to hurt them.
And that's another good one is, they're like, well, I can't remember where, someone, because we actually ran out of Narcan on the rig. The guy was fighting with me so much. Every time we'd bring him out of it, he'd start fighting, and we try to hit him again. And I mean, literally, we're fighting in the back of the, we're swinging, and then he'd pass out again. But like OG said, though, you don't have to OD someone, worry about ODing someone on Narcan.
No.
If there's someone laying there, you should not have a full Narcan left.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then the other stuff is,
and she said, don't take a fish hook out either. No, the ER can cut that hook off.
We actually had, well, this was in the drunken days. It was fun as hell. Jerry, you guys that know me know Jerry. So Amber, thank you for bringing this up. I will tell this story now. Okay. Jerry is no longer with us. Jerry's,
God rest him.
my brother who died in my arms. He's the one I crawled into the bed with him. And he literally died of organ failure, kidneys, pancreas, and liver. The same thing that damn near killed me. But when we were up, a bunch of us were up at hunting camp, deer camp, and we were hammered, boy. And we all get home from the bar and we're passed out. And all of a sudden you hear Jerry from the other room. He's like, Manny, help. Shut up. All of a sudden he's like, Jay, Matt. We're like, oh, just go to sleep. He's like, guys, serious. So we walk into the living room. Jerry's on the couch and it was cold. We're in this cabin. So he was on the couch, and he was in a sleeping bag and he had the zipper, you're pulling up the side of the sleeping bag. Uh-oh. So he's pulling it really fast and the hook, you have the tab and then the little C hook that attaches the tab to the sleeping bag. It goes into his finger all the way through and out the other side. his fingertip is attached to the zipper, which is attached to the sleeping bag, which is making us laugh our asses off because he's stuck to the sleeping bag.
Help they are.
Oh yeah, we were laughing. So I actually fell over and I sat on him because I tripped. I was laughing so hard I landed up sitting on him. So we turned the lights on. We're seeing this finger with attached to a tab of a zipper. So it's like, okay, we can fix this. So I remember seeing a pair of, like, they look like tin snips. Well, they end up being like rose clippers. So we get these old rusty things. Jay's holding the tip of it, and I snip it off. So now off of the sleeping bag. So now Jerry's sitting there with a zipper hanging from his fingertip. I'm like, I don't, and like I said, we've been drinking all day. It's been happy hour for a week. So now I'm like, okay, so I'm crimping the side of this when we're trying to fish it out of his finger. We're all holding him down and just laughing our asses off. And all of a sudden, Jay's like, oh, we got to put some on that so it doesn't get infected. He goes, I saw something in the other room. He comes out with this can. And usually they're kind of small, these little, like the antibiotic stuff. Well, this thing was huge. And I was like, what is that? I don't know. And well, it was bug killer for the roses that I used the rose clipper. So we're about to spray bug killer on poor Jerry's finger, which we didn't do.
I've never heard this story. This is
good.
My
God. Jerry's stories. God bless you,
all.
Jerry. That's how we keep my brother alive with these stories. But he ended up being okay. And but so
no help
so Amber, thank you for bringing up the fish hook thing. Jacqueline, welcome to the party.
Yeah, so now we're complete.
Now we got the shenanigans in the house.
Okay.
And you know what, Amber, you're right. After you administer the Narcan back, I mean, I literally was duking it out with this dude in the back of the rig, and I had a guy that literally flipped out. And when he hit me, we both went back into the double door. And I don't know if my elbow or something hit the latch, and the door opened. Well, by this time, my partner pulled over because the damn thing's rocking, and he tumbles right out. And so I just see ya. So I grabbed the radio. I'm like, Bravo 23, the patient's running down 94. And but no, you're right, Amber. But yeah, it's Maria. I'm the panic one. I'm the 9. Hey, you know what, Marie?
I said thank you. Somebody's got to be the
Marie,
one. That's important.
That's perfect.
It's extremely important.
You're the one right there. That's, if it's not for you, the first responders don't get there. Mm-hmm. So everyone who takes part in something like that is so important. I mean, even when they're doing CPR, they say, first of all, make sure the person who's going to administer CPR is not in any danger. Call 911, then start CPR because you want to make sure help's on the way. Yeah. And, the one thing that was very difficult for me because I went from police to EMS. And the very first thing for EMS is scene safety. Mm-hmm. When you go to a scene, the first thing you got to do when you pull up and you get out is you make sure it's scene safe. If it's not, you cannot get out of your rig. Mm-hmm. And I had some issues with that. And I got in trouble a few times because there was fight in progress, police on scene, that were involved. We had officers hurt, and I'm like, well, fuck you, man. And, scene safe. Yeah, we're going in. And, that was very difficult to, let's say I spent a lot of time in the supervisor's office. HR, Mr. Vitale, please report to HR. You've offended somebody. Who? Everybody. But Amber, Marie, Jacqueline, for those who don't like us, just like, go ahead, who could not like us? You just like the, what do I wear when I go to bed? You may ask. Oh, I don't wear any underwear when I go to bed. So people kiss my ass. and that's for all the ones who don't like me.
Oh, what's not to
Pucker up,
love?
baby.
Oh no.
But it's great to have the shenanigans in the house, and Marie and my cousin Tony. Um, let's see. Who else I saw? Well, Leroy, what is this? I am not here with you when I
I
not
didn't
here with
understand it.
you when I have my We'll figure that out. Yes, that's no joke. Leroy, if you're still there, we'll get that information. You got to hook up with Staxx, get
Mhm,
you on there with
mhm.
Staxx. Man, we could just thinking about that story with Jerry.
Oh,
Poor Jerry. We used to call him Schlep Rock. It was like this cloud, and everything.
like in the
Excuse me.
Peanuts cartoon.
Everything would, and he'd even say, he goes, "Always me. It's always me." And and it was. And the only thing that you would hear, Jerry would either look at us and he'd go, he go, assholes. He'd just call us assholes or you fuckers. He gets so mad. But the Jerry stories are endless. And Cookie is in
Aunt
the
Cookie.
house.
Oh, there she is.
Um,
Hi, Aunt Cookie.
we had just so many, and just like you guys, back in the day, some of the stories are outrageous, and I am in no means making light of addiction in any way, but I don't care what anyone says. Some of the shit that I did um, was pretty fucking funny, and if you say it wasn't, you're lying.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, we and that reminds me of someone who sent that meme to me, and he said, "When I saw this, man, I thought of you." And it's a meme, and it says, "In alcohol's defense, I've done some pretty fucked up shit, perfectly sober."
Yeah.
It's like, well, yeah,
Yeah.
but Jerry is, like I said, my brothers that I've known since third grade and grew up together. My ride and die, that I mean, my boy there, my brother, miss him to every day. But our stories, I think it was, I don't know if it was that same weekend, guys being guys, man, we're up at the cabin and they had this one bar where they'd have lingerie night. For all the hunters, we'd go up to
Mhm.
lingerie night,
The
and we've
two-
been going there forever. We
the
were like,
two-legged deer.
part of the local, everyone knew us. We've been going up there for 15, 20 years. And so we're sitting there the night before, just hanging out, guys being guys in the cabin and kind of wrestling around and shit. Jerry's sitting on the couch and I'm standing up in front of him and he goes to get up and I push him down. And he goes to get up again. And I go running up and I take my knee like I'm going to knee him in the face, which I wasn't planning on doing. Well, if you're about to get kneed in the face, what do? You would go backwards, right? If you see a knee, a fist, anything coming at you, you go in reverse. Jerry did not do that. As soon as I led with my knee, Jerry leaned forward and it actually hurt my knee. And he goes back onto the couch. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to laugh. He looks up, and all you see is blood everywhere. Split his lip right down the middle, wide
Oh, that
open.
bleeds a lot.
And
too.
he's gushing. And he's like, "You fuck," he's yelling at me. And I'm, like I said, here I am. I'm so sorry. So he's ready to kill me. So we're going back and forth,
I can
and
imagine
it's
it.
late. A couple guys are sleeping already. And all of a sudden he goes, "I can't believe you did that." And I go, "You flinched. You leaned forward." And all of a sudden you hear Jay from the other room start laughing. He goes, "You're blaming him? You kicked him in the face. You're blaming him?" And
Go back to sleep.
but the funny part is, back to the lingerie night at the bar was the next night. Here's Jerry who wants to pick up all these girls, right? With this huge seeping sore on his lip. He's like, "Hey, baby." It's just like, oh. So yeah, that's one of many stories.
Well, and Leroy, you said you're going to have to explain this one. It says, Manny, one time I went out of control and they shot me with a needle. You went out of control and somebody shot you? Was it the ER
Shot
shot
you
you
with
with
a
the
needle.
needle? I don't understand what. I don't understand.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's more to it than
yeah,
that.
we're gonna have to. We'll get you on here.
Yeah, we're gonna have
You know,
to.
like I said with Staxx, what we'll do is before you go live with well, he doesn't go live. Before you do his show, we'll do the thing with me, you, and Staxx, so we can get a little chit chat going on. And
But he did say about when you were telling your experiences, you do go right back there in your mind.
oh
The
yeah,
smell and the sounds and the
yeah,
it's amazing what the brain will
it's
share.
and that's why when I first started my fight or war, I was thinking, you know, my fight or war, we are a family. We're here for anyone and everyone
Mhm.
who's battling addiction. And that's all that it was going to be for. But I immediately put, or when I put it in the description, I said, dealing with any type of addiction or mental health issues. And it just, because you have one
Expands it,
with the
yeah.
other.
Mhm.
And, you know, it's, you know, and it's what the human brain is just, it's so amazing and
Mhm.
terrifying. The things it can make you think and do, it's literally terrifying, man. And for all the PTS, you know, or you know,
Mhm.
it's just proof. And like I said, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Um, what else we got? And Cookie,
Let's see. Aunt Cookie's watching, but she's not saying anything.
she's like, yeah, I wish this guy would shut up.
Oh no, she loves you.
Leroy, Jacqueline, yes, that right. Every second counts.
Hmm.
Hmm. What else we got going on? Was Christy?
Christy was earlier.
Was
I don't know if
she? I
she's
didn't
still
see
here.
Christy. I don't know if you're still here, but definitely sending a lot of positive thoughts and prayers out to our friend Christy in Alabama, who unfortunately lost someone very close to her.
Yeah,
And
I can't find her message.
yeah, so definitely thoughts and prayers for Christy in Alabama, and also want to shout out to Lori in Alabama for the amazing stuff that's happening with her and her family and her grandson. So it's going to be a battle, as you know, man. So positive thoughts and prayers your way too, and everybody. You know, like I
Mhm.
said, this is a family, and we're here through the good times,
Yeah,
bad
thick
times,
and
ugly
thin.
time.
Hmm.
Yep. And man, it's been an hour already.
Really?
Let's see. No, I was saying what you said when you tell your experiences, you got right back in your. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
no,
Hmm.
that is so true, and
Very vivid.
it's just insane. Like I said, that you could something so detailed at the time, and it usually, well, not usually, everyone's different, but like some of the things that happened with me happened so quickly, and it was in a couple of the cases it was like almost without warning, almost like an ambush. um, but it's amazing when you relive it, how every second is you relive. It's almost like putting the puzzle back together that you don't want to
Mm.
put together, and reliving it even more thoroughly. And so for all those, and if you know anyone who is going through it, please, man, um, help in any way you can. Talk, listen. Sometimes don't say a word, just be there. Because I can tell you it's horrible. Um,
Yeah, ask them if they want to talk about it. Don't say, tell me." Just ask
yeah,
them. Do you want to share that with me or no? Because they might
yeah,
not want to.
yeah, and that's another thing too with all of us. That's why all of us in our family are so good at what we do, because we've lived it, man. Dealing with addiction or dealing with a loved one and seeing what they're going through.
Hmm.
So you may not be the one going through active addiction, but you are the loved one of someone who is, so you can kind of see what it's doing to them physically and emotionally. And that's why I always say, though, please be careful with your words, because they could be so helpful, but if you say the wrong things, they could be so hurtful. Telling someone, oh, well, just stop or just quit, or you're not trying, and there's so many things that, and you mean well, and we get it, but just please take a step back and just think. Just think. Sometimes it's best to say nothing and just sit there and be that soundboard.
Mhm.
But other than that, that was a quick hour.
Yes, it was. Okay. And Leroy explained what he was talking about. He was
Oh, here it is.
yeah. You want to read it? Go
It
ahead.
says, yes, the prison doctor stuck me. I was shaking the warden, and the warden looked at the doctor and said, we have to calm him down. Well, you got to do what you got to do,
And then
man.
Leroy said he'll tell the story when you do the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're too big to be messing with, honey.
Yeah. But I tell you what, one thing I learned as a first responder,
You make a
both
better friend than
police,
an enemy, as I say.
and EMS, it doesn't matter when, especially with mental health or dealing with drugs. I've had guys that I fought with, me and my partner, that were 130 pounds, if that, and we were getting thrown around. Me and my partners, and we were pretty big guys at the time. There was like 3 or 4 of us, 2 in the car. You got 4 of us against one guy who's 130 pounds, who's strung out on meth and also has mental issues. I tell you what, man, we're getting flung around, man. And then now doing all these holds that you're taught to do in the academy go out the window, and it's like a street brawl. I mean, you're fighting for your life. And we had this one situation where that was going down, and we're literally like, try this pressure point. Fuck you. Here's a pressure point to your broken nose, man. And like just wailing on each other. And the dude was laughing at us. Every time he'd get hit, he'd like, it was like, son of a bitch. We got him down. And afterwards, it was like, whoo, it was an event, let's just say. But the one worst one was with the dude had one hand. He was missing a hand. You try to grab someone by the hand and he doesn't have a hand, and then you try to cuff him. So that's a whole other story, folks. We'll get to that one again. But Amber, taser them. You know what? When I first came on with the Detroit Police in '94, we didn't have tasers. The only thing we had was our guns and pepper spray. That's all we were issued. Stick? We did have a baton, and we had to keep it in our locker.
Or a flashlight.
We had our 3-cell battery or flashlight that you could use. But yeah, when I first came on, that's all we had. It was just the firearm, the shotgun we had to leave in the trunk. The nightstick. Amber, yeah, I'm telling you, Amber, I'm not shitting, man. We were the backup unit. We hear the call come out, and all we hear are officers need assistance. You hear that, and the cavalry's coming, man. Once you hear that, there ain't no joking. I mean, you mean business. So me and Dave, we're flying to the scene, and all of a sudden we just see this guy, and pretty big guy, and he's throwing guys around, and you hear a lot of yelling and shit. So we jump in the fray. They're like, grab him. So I grab his arm. Well, you slide down till you get the wrist, and then you can try to do a bend maneuver, like grab the thumb and all that. So I go right down, and whew, there was no hand. It's like, son of a bitch. And there's like, I told you didn't have a hand. I thought you were late. I didn't know you were serious. I thought you meant give me a hand, help me, whatever, man. For all the crazy shit that happened, there were some moments that were, we were pretty banged up after the fact, but they were funny. So
as long as you made it home.
That was rule number 1. Me and Dave, before we left the ramp, is we're going home tonight. Mm-hmm. But anyways, you guys, I just love spending time with you guys, having a great time. And we are going to, OG's got the schedule going with doing the shows like we were doing. And that's going to happen again for those who want to come on, who
Mhm.
want to share their stories, who want to share their testimonials, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, we got to get a hold of Rick because he had to cancel.
Yeah, Rick DeVal in Connecticut. He'll be coming on. We had to change the schedule. We do have, like I said, we've got people that are in the process of scheduling already. So, like I said, we literally went from, one or two when we first started the first month to within a blink of an eye, we were booked 6 months out to the point where we, instead of just Mondays, we were doing 3 days a week. And just the shows for people to come out and share their stories, plus our other shows that we were doing. And like I said, we just ran out of time. Again, so that's why you haven't been seeing myself and Thomas. It's nothing, personal. There's no issues except, with my schedule, I work, and it's just hard because first of all, there's like a 6-hour difference in time, and plus they travel all the time, so they're all in different time zones all the time, so we don't know what their time schedule
Literally,
is.
they travel all
And
the time.
so it's just, that's why I couldn't commit to the Mondays anymore because of my schedule. So hopefully that will be rectified, and but it is what it is. But that's why the spur of the moment shows like this are going to keep
And
happening.
they're fun anyway.
Yeah, that way we
Any
keep.
topic, every topic.
Yeah, we got the shenanigators, we got Leroy, we got everyone else on
healthcare lessons.
Yeah, I mean, well, we go from taking a fish hook that turns into a zipper attached to a finger, to a knee into the face, to let's see what else. Oh, I didn't even tell you about when he pooped his pants.
Save for the next show.
That'll be the next show.
Oh, that's well, Amber. If he hits the lottery,
Oh,
I mean, you need to quit your job so you can be more with us more.
Yeah, I
would
tell
love
you
to.
what.
You would love to.
Oh, without a doubt, Amber. That's the end goal. Is to do that. So I'm with you, Amber. I would definitely. That's the end goal. So we're going to keep working towards it.
Got to pay the rent.
I tell you, Marie, thank you so much for being on here with us. We really do appreciate it, man. And look at this.
What?
Have an announcement.
We have an announcement.
Marie Anderson will be a shenanigator soon.
Ah,
there
she's
you
in
go.
Training. Okay.
So there you go.
All right. So there'll be 3 shenanigators.
Marie, welcome to the club, man. Well, that's up to the show. That's up to 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, that's
but Amber, thank you for that.
That's Jacqueline and Amber got
that's right.
Vote you in.
That's right.
Marie, where do you live? Are you at what city? What state are you in? Let's start with that.
What state of mind?
Well,
out there, just
that
like
could
the
be
rest
anywhere.
of us.
That's
just like the rest
Outer
of
Limits,
us.
Twilight Zone. Could be a lot of things.
And look at Amber, all right side up instead of upside down.
Yeah.
Amber, you look good upside down too.
Honey, you're beautiful.
California. That's where
Wow.
Marie is. Where's my cousin at? They were in Santa Ana. They had cousins in Santa Ana. And of course, cousin Tony and Laura are in Arizona. But Marie, that's that close to becoming a shenanigator. We'll have a shenanigator party when I hear from Amber and Jacqueline that it's official, that you are no longer a probie, that you are an actual member. We will have a shenanigator party for Marie. So please let us know when that is, and we will make it happen. He didn't have one-on-one. Okay, that's me and Leroy. We definitely are going to get another show going. Did that for you guys. Switch. Well, thank you, Amber. Okay. Well, listen, guys.
Yeah, and Amber says she's the neighbor because actually she's.
That's right, Amber. It's just a matter of time, huh?
She's on the west side.
It's just a matter of time before we all get together. This we'll work something out. But until then, Thank you guys so much for spending some time with us tonight, man. The three Stooges, the three shenanigators,
Oh,
Marie,
no.
Amber, and Jacqueline.
Now, the
You
Three
guys-
Stooges, I think, was Manny with Jay and
Oh
his
my
friends.
God. And
Oh,
I had another good friend of ours I played hockey with all the way through high school, Tom. So when we would go out to the bars and parties, it would be like me, and that'd be my buddy Tom, and then Matt, and then Jeff, and then Jerry, and just the whole crew. But a lot of times it was just me and like my buddy Jeff and Tom, and they really hated it when I would say, "Yeah, this is my buddy Tom and Jerry." They were just like Jerry and Tom. I'm like, what? It just flowed out easier, Tom and Jerry. And then sometimes if there were girls, they'd be like, "Oh, it's like the little mouse," Tom and Jerry. Okay, that's enough. I mean, these stories could go on, and I'll save it for next time. So until then, man, all you guys, thank you. Have a great night, and we will be seeing you very soon. And love you guys.
And I will be reporting back to you, Amber.
And keep fighting a good fight.
Bye.